I hope you guys appreciate this. It is time to go flying and do some reviews. We've got GT here and he just let on. It's his wife's birthday today.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
So there you go, happy birthday, Trev's wife.
Yeah.
I said, what are you doing here? So I hope you guys appreciate this. Trevor coming out on his wife's birthday.
Out shopping. I told her to try not to max out the credit card, but you know.
Okay, let's do some drone reviews. Happy birthday, Trev's wife. G'day, you absolute legends. Stu from UAVfutures here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And well, what we're looking at today is these bad boys are right here. These are the Skyzone 04Ls. And let me tell you, if you are into analog FPV, you're after a new set of goggles, these are definitely going to be up a lot of people's alley. And also, you know, this is going to be a little bit controversial. Those people have already got goggles out there. Those people who like OLED, I'm here to talk about, is your OLED overrated? You know, we could do a bit of alliteration right there, but essentially these goggles, they are not OLED. They've got some fantastic features on there. Skyzone's been absolutely killing it in 2021. So if you're in the market for some new goggles, stay tuned because this video is going to be the one for you. We're also going out to the field with a GT, the grumpy geriatric himself. We'll see what he thinks, share my impressions, some DVR, all that sort of stuff, and just have a good time with these goggles. Now, as a bit of an overview, I guess what they are a top tier, I would say, some of the best goggles out there. Competing with HDO2s, you've got the 03Os or the OLEDs as well from Skyzone. They're kind of competing with themselves. They're going to be competing a little bit with the Orcas, but one big difference, like I mentioned, these ones have LCOS screens in them, which a lot of people say aren't as good as OLEDs, but we're going to be putting that to the test. Of course, they come with a rapid mix receiver. They've got a module bay if you want to swap it out for like a rapid fire, which means you can going to get some amazing reception off these. The rapid mix receiver that comes in here is fantastic. They're $400, so they're definitely not a cheap pair of goggles, but they're not the most expensive either. It's got the beautiful Skyzone OSD, which I think is far beyond any other OSD out there. And they've got some big, beautiful screens, high res adjustments, a whole bunch of stuff. You do get a couple of different face plates. So, you know, if you want to be a super, that looks ridiculous. I'm looking at myself in the camera like this. If you want to change your faceplate, you can. Some of the other extras, you get a whole bunch of little cords, and you know, you can power it off a different doobie lacky, willy wops, whatever these things are. You know, you get a whole bunch of little extras. That's not the exciting part. If you want to really look at the nitty gritty, there will be a link in the description so you can check out those parts. But what we're here to talk about is the goggles themselves. So going around, let's see if this roof cam should be in focus. They come in a range of different colors. Here you can see this is where the rapid mix receiver unit goes. These got some really good little control buttons right here, so you can just cycle through your bands and channels, all that sort of stuff, very, very quick. We'll talk about the screens in just a second, because that is probably the big difference with these 04Ls. We've got, you can power it off, I think it's a 2 to a 6S LiPo, so it comes with a battery cord. You'll see that in the field anyway. We've got a long battery cord. I do prefer putting the battery in my pocket because it means the goggles are lighter on your face. You've got headphone jacks, USBs, of course DVR. Sorry, this should say this is your head tracker. Your headphones is over here. You can get your, this is for your AV input, HDMI, a really versatile goggle. Skyzone have the best, I would say, interface, or the way it can interface with all your other sort of products, cables and cords, all that sort of stuff. Now, let's talk about the stars of the show. As of course, you do get a nice big juicy band right here on the back of your head, which is a nice little upgrade. It's got a fan, but this band for me is a little bit too tight, so I'm going to put that on the con list. But let's talk about this one now. The juicy parts, of course, these big beautiful screens right here. You can see I'm going to adjust this one on the right. It is sliding, not only can you slide it left and right, and I've got to say the fit on these things feels precise. There's no play when it comes to moving these eyepieces around. It just feels very, very precise. It's precision, I should say, and you can scroll it in and out as well. So as well as left and right to adjust to your eye, you can also move it further or away. So the screen's going to be very, very easy to focus. I'll put some stats on the screen as well. So if you wear glasses and you need to have some plus or minuses to get it in focus, this is going to make it a lot easier for you. And for me, I've got to say, it is very, very easy to get these lined up, looking perfect. I usually do one eye at a time, and boy, oh boy, is it a nice picture. Now the big one, let's talk about the screens. I think they're 1260. It is, I did have the manual somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's 1260. Let's see how close I was. I can't read the Chinese version, but we have, it is 1280 by 960, I should say, as the resolution. 39-degree field of view in its native 4x3, and I've got to say it felt like it might actually be a little bit bigger. It reminded me of the Dominator HD2s, which were a massive goggle, but these have some LCOS screens in them. Now, I don't think that they're as good as OLED. Let's just get that out of the way, but this is table squeaky, but it is very, very hard to tell the difference. Like, I've got all the Skyzone goggles, I've got Fat Shark HDO2s, I've got pretty much every analog goggle, but Orca, please, I would love to test your goggles. Send me an email, or at least write back to mine. But these goggles right here, they've got some LCOS screens in there, and that is helping keep the price down. So that's why they are $400. A lot of their other competitors are $500, but these ones also come with a module, so keep that in mind. It's just all in all a great value package if you don't need OLED, and I am here to say that truly I think OLED might be overrated. I'm still flying around on my Skyzone O2Xs, which have LCOS screens in them, even though I've got the OLED ones on there. Like I've mentioned, I've got all the analog FPV goggles, and yeah, they look really nice, but are you getting that much out of it? Especially when you are just using normal analog cameras anyway. Maybe if you're going the Fat Shark Bite, OLED might make a difference, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's a very minimal thing, so you need to weigh that up against the price of these goggles versus some OLED ones out there. If you can get an OLEDs with the same stats, yeah, I would probably go these, but man, you're going to be hard pressed to really talk about the differences or find the differences when you're doing these side by side. Anyway, look, that's it. That's the goggle on the bench. What I want to do, let's go out to the field, I'll fly it around, I'll show you my impressions, we'll show you Grumpy Trev's impressions, show you some DVR as well, and find out, are these going to be the right goggle for you, $400 US, and what do you guys think? Do you think there's a huge difference between OLEDs? Are people just invested in OLED, so they're going to say that's the best? I don't know what you call that, like when people defend a product because they've already bought it, but let me know the difference. If you've got a set of these, I'd love to know your impressions as well. But let's do it. Let's go have some fun with the LCOS, the O4Ls from Skyzone in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty-o, out here in the field with the most handsome gentleman over 80 in FPV, Grumpy Trev. We're going to be testing out the Skyzone O4, anyway, the low cost. It's linked down below. Some non-OLED ones. Let's do it. Get you my impression, show you what GT thinks as well, have some fun, and bring you along on the ride. And it is very windy. What's Trevor doing?
O4L.
O4L, all right.
Got it on the side.
Okay, thanks. Who's the professional reviewer here? Trevor, sub to him.
On your head, Stu.
Oh, some beautiful white goggles right here, but I got to say, one thing I love about Skyzone, let me start my DVR, is they have the best menus in the biz. So intuitive and easy to use and just quick to cycle through. I love it, rather than Fat Sharks or Onways, just a pain in the behind. It's got the rapid mixed receiver or whatever it's called. Let's put it through its paces. Finally, Skyzones have been coming out, making great innovations. You all know how good they are in the past. Let's test these ones out, but they are not OLED, so we'll find you my impression, show you some DVR, I guess, and how they actually fit. Now, one thing I would like to say straight off the bat is I've lost my radio. There it is. And the other one, Skyzone, I like how you're doing this bigger band here, but I've got too much of a big head, big brain, or whatever they call it. It's too much of a buff head. It's still a little bit tight,
yeah,
so.
It's definitely a buff head.
Let's do this. And zero light leakage, big, beautiful screens. I love all the diopters and diopplers and IPDs, and the ability to focus this goggle means anybody can use it. So I would say if you are someone who even wears glasses, you're probably going to be able to get this in a nice focus. Let's take this for a spin. DVR is rolling, and we're flying around with the Win 5 Lite because it is a bloody rocket. Yeah, mate. Anyway, cruising around. Shout out to Gunners, yeah, mate, right there. I got to focus less on the drone because it is very fun. I should probably slow it down a little bit. Talk about the goggles. So I am noticing, look, it is tight on my face. If these were my everyday go-to goggle, I would have to change out the band or loosen it, because for me, it is just a little bit, I probably need to loosen it maybe 1 or 2 extra centimeters to make that nice and snug, plus comfy without being too tight. Like I said, no light leakage, beautiful colors. I love the menu that's gone in here. And honestly, when people talk about flying around analog, and listen to the wind in the background, this quad is just eating it up. But when people talk about flying analog and they're using OLED, man, I don't know if it's all it's cracked up to be. OLED might be a bit of a, not a marketing gimmick, because it does have, man, that wind is insane. It does have some better qualities, but I don't feel like you're missing out at all. You'd be hard pressed to really notice the difference between these. They're higher res, they look great, you know, and if you can get it at a cheaper price than an OLED version of the same size, because this screen is, this feels massive. It reminds me of my old school Fat Shark Dominator HD2s or something. We're going back about 3-4 years now. Whew. But yeah, the screen size is absolutely ridiculous. Big field of view, 4x3, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this. If you're looking for a top tier goggle, you don't need OLED. You want something that comes with a rapid mix receiver, you're looking to spend about $400, well, you're going to be, this is right up your alley actually. Skyzone's been absolutely killing it. I've been a fan of them probably since my O2Ls. Oh no, these are the Ls. O2Xs. And they just seem to listen. And one of the biggest complaints people said was, where's the module bay? That's why I don't want to buy them. And without a doubt, Skyzone has risen to the top, listened to consumers, and become, I would say, the #1 analog goggle manufacturer in FPV. I don't know about digital, that's a whole different kettle of fish, but as far as analog goes, it's definitely, I would say, at the top. Now, are they better than the OLED version? That's, I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't be upset with either version that I was going to fly. Anyway, let's put this pack through its paces, have a little bit more fun. Big power loop, draining the battery. Whoa! And coming in for a very fast landing. I don't think you'd break this drone anyway. Oh, did you see me almost fall over then? Tumble, tumble. There we are. Stop my DVR. Yep, I can feel it just ever so slightly. I've had a lot more uncomfortable goggles in the past. Yeah, I think just a solid choice. $400, you can't really go wrong, especially if you took these to the races using the rapid mix receiver. Zero problems with terms of reception, nice colors. The only thing I really would change, like I mentioned, that band is too tight. And I do like how you get this goggle cord as well. I think that's better than a battery because you can use your drone batteries, huge voltage, and you actually get some antennas, although I don't think they're very good ones. But anyway, let's hand it over to GT and see what he thinks. Rightio, GT! Oh my gosh! They call him Grand Tornado. That's what GT, that's what's happening today in the field. It's Trevor's birthday, so let's give a thumbs up for her and for him for coming out flying.
You just said Trevor.
What? Oh, it's not Trevor's birthday, it's Trevor's wife's birthday.
Yeah, my wife, Leanne's the name.
Okay, happy birthday, Lee. Well, let's do this, Trev. This is a pair of Skyzone. What do you think of Skyzone in general? You're still rocking, look at this. Some antique goggles right here.
Yeah, still rocking
Trevor's,
the Omways.
the original Omways. What do you, oh my God, this wind.
I love my Omways.
Yes?
But look, every time I've done a review on these, they've all been pretty good. So these look nice. I love the adjustments you got on them. Can you hear me, Stu? It's a bit windy out here.
Yes.
It's like blowing a fucking gale, everybody. It's terrible.
Stop
So we
swearing.
want to come out flying, he says. We don't need a battery, just throw it up in the air today.
All right, stick this
Okay,
on
let's
your
go.
face.
We're going to stick these things on. Oh, hey, I've just got static. What's going on?
How's the picture? How's the picture?
That's shit, Stu, because you haven't plugged the drone in.
Okay. Perfect. All right, here you go.
Oh, look, I can see.
Turn this off. Yep, go.
Bit tight on me nose.
On your noggin.
No, nose. Just above the bridge here.
Yep.
Nice and clear. I'm just going to adjust the thing.
Sure. There's ins and outs, and up and downs, or left and right. So there's all round some fancy pants action.
Yeah, I see these little, where they?
No, they're underneath your nose. They're all under here, bro.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, right under there. Two different ones.
There's one. Oh, there's the other ones.
So one's in front of the other.
Oh, shit, how cool is that?
So even your old
that-
geriatric eyes can focus.
That's bloody beautiful. Shit, that is good. I love that. All right, let's see how they fly.
Yep. So you've tacked it into your eyes. You're all dialed in.
Yeah, it's
Fighter pilot Trevor, ready. You are cleared for
Here we go.
takeoff. 10-4 big trucker. I'll let you get used to them, and I'll ask you some questions.
well, they're nice and clear. Yeah, I can fly with these. Oh, what do you know? I am flying with them. Yeah, Gee, they are very clear. These are not OLED, you reckon?
No.
Shit. Pretty good for that. Gee, it is windy.
Just got to yell.
I'm not even throttling it. The thing's going forward in the wind. Shit, it's windy.
All right, focus
Yeah,
these
goggles, yeah, look, they're clear, they're good. Just a little bit of tight on the top of my nose. Reception's pretty good.
What do you think?
Love the colour.
What about the size that you've got there of the screen, 4x3?
Oh,
A bit different to your on-way?
Yeah, a bit different, but I like it. Like, it doesn't take much to get used to at all. It's shit. It's alright, just did want to hit the tree.
Yep.
I'm talking a little bit nicely because they're really pushing down on my nose.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, look, fine, $400. Shit, cheap.
You reckon? $400 is cheap? All right, there from the horse's mouth. Trevor's saying $400 is cheap. What do you mean for what we get here?
For what they are, yeah.
All right, would you get these over, say, Fat Sharks? Trevor's hit a tree, he's trimming the bushes.
All
right, would you get these over, say, I think Fat Shark's about the same price, maybe a little bit more expensive? Plus this one comes with a module.
Yeah, look, I would. I'd buy these over any Fat Shark any time, to be honest.
Okay, and we haven't ever tried Orca. That's something we should probably say. I would like to, or you brought your drone in.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get that in a minute. I know where it is.
They are probably, the padding just needs to be a little bit thicker for me because this part is just can't breathe properly through my nose.
Okay, I should say too, it does come with a second faceplate if that one doesn't fit properly.
Okay.
And it does come with a different piece of foam. You can see another piece down there.
That'd probably fix the problem, but it wasn't a real problem. Actually, I do like them. They're quite comfortable. And no light leakage. That's what I liked about it too. So.
Yep. What do you think about the way you can adjust the eyepieces and everything?
That idea is brilliant. Does anyone else do that?
Yeah, they've been done a few times. I think it's very similar on the Fat Sharks and some others. It feels very refined here though. It's very nice. There's no play in it at all.
Yeah, well I do. I like them and I reckon that's, for what goggles cost these days, I reckon that's
all right.
Good entry level.
What about the no OLED?
Because
that's going to be a big one. That's how you cycle through your bands and your channels.
Oh, how good is that?
So just scroll it left and right. And
oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's brightness and contrast.
Oh yeah, you press it again and
yeah. Then you press it and shit.
Cycle through very quickly. All right, what did you think about the no OLED?
Couldn't tell.
Okay.
I'd be really happy with a set of these.
All right, and the module, did you get any breakup or anything like that? How was the reception?
Only when I went behind that big tree, but it's a big tree, guys.
All right. I might stop the DVR. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Done. I like how easy it is to use.
Yeah, I like them. I don't.
All right, value for money, performance as well. Performance out of 10?
Oh, look, I'd give them an 8 and an 8.
Okay, all right, double 8s. There we go.
Yeah.
What's that, 2 fat ladies?
Yeah, I think it is, actually.
Doris, 2 fat gentlemen here playing with drones. Anyway, thanks, Trev. Alrighty, so there it is. There's my review of the Skyzone 04Ls. And as far as I am concerned, if this was your only pair of analog goggles, you are going to be completely happy. Just because they're not OLED is not, I would say, a huge deal at all. They're relatively similar, I would say almost identical to some of the other goggles out there. They might not be as bright in terms of the luminosity, as I hope that lumens, the amount of lumens that it's pumping out into your eyes if you crank the OLEDs, but look, I think for 99% of the people out there, you're going to be very hard pressed to tell the difference. For me, I would be more than happy to fly these around as my daily flies. Big, beautiful screens, great resolution, fantastic interfaces, gorgeous adjustments. Comes with a whole bunch of extra little cables, cords, all that sort of stuff. Skyzone also has a pretty good warranty. I've done some blind tests with them before and sending them emails asking about how to respond to customer inquiries and repairs, all that sort of stuff. And overall, you can see where Skyzone really has taken over and become probably, dare I say, the #1 analog, got to say analog here, FPV goggle producer. So yeah, very good stuff from them. I'm going to say thumbs up. I'd love to know what you guys think. What you think about OLED being overrated. If you've tried both, you really think that it's worth the hype that people are, is it OLED, all that sort of stuff. I might be making some controversial comments right here. Please, let's keep it civil. Drop your comments down below. The link for this is down below. Huge shout out to Trevor. Thanks for coming on the show again. It's great to have you here. Subscribe for more FPV related content. Most of all, be kind to each other, and the #1 thing I want to do out of all this video, it's not even FPV related. If you've watched this far, please be kind to yourself. Why? Because you are awesome. You deserve it. Other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying. Oh, I can't believe he said OLED's overrated. Oh, let's downvote this video. Let's leave some negative comments.